23 months of private sector job growth. The unemployment rate is at its lowest level in 3 years. I think the first chart we had up is, tells the story. Small business confidence is growing. But it's clear that our country must do more to accelerate job creation so that our neighbors have good jobs. And the nonpartisan CBO gave us some good, healthy advice just a few months ago, and Director Elmendorf reiterated that when he was here just a week or two ago, that if America can create more jobs, we can reduce the deficit. So it's very important to see the administration's job creation strategy that also doubles as a debt reduction strategy. I'd like you to focus in a little bit on the administration's job creation strategy. I know it hasn't been easy because the President's American Jobs Act has been blocked by the Republican Congress, but I'm happy to see that in this budget the President does not give up on a number of investment strategies and job creation strategies. If it's infrastructure, research and innovation, I appreciate that that you believe that we need to continue to invest there. And I'd like you to focus on education because it's vitally important that America continue to invest in students and our future workforce. They've got to be trained and talented to focus on the challenges of the coming decades. So would you go through the education section? I represent a community where we have a large public research university, we have private universities and colleges, and a substantial community college presence. They're going to be very interested in what you're proposing for the Pell Grant, what you're proposing for community colleges, and other investment in job creation strategies.
As you know, it's one of the most important areas of focus for the President to ensure our long-term competitiveness is to invest in education. And I'll hit on a few highlights, but the budget is very robust as to education from early childhood through college. In terms of a few of the highlights I mentioned earlier, the American Opportunity Tax Credit, which gives up to $10,000 of tax breaks for tuition. The community college area is very important. The President just this week announced a new $8 billion initiative to work with our community colleges around the country, working closely with businesses in those community college areas to ensure that we're putting together the right courses and the right teaching so that when folks graduate, when they do their courses, they have jobs, and we expect that'll impact 2 million students around the country. The other area I would touch on, because you touched on it, is Pell Grant. The President's budget has the Pell Grant at the higher level of $5,600 or $5,650, funded for 2 years. And I think more than 9 million students are part of the Pell Grant program. So the President, it's 3 of many initiatives. The President also really believes that we need to make sure that college is affordable. If tuition increases continue to compound at rates above inflation, students either can't afford to go to college or they leave with debt that's too high. So the President has a real emphasis on making college more affordable by having incentives for colleges to begin to rein in their tuition increases. So from early childhood through K through 12 through college, this President and this budget focuses on education and making sure that we are able to compete and win in this global economy by having the best educated workforce.
And the President has also continued to put emphasis on the portion of the American Jobs Act, creating jobs through public school modernization and renovation, because all across the areas I represent, the state has, and this is not unique to Florida, but many states have receded in what they're able to do in schools, and we could put thousands and thousands of people to work renovating schools.
It's a great situation, and it's $30 billion to both modernize our schools, which is great for education, and at the same time, as you point out, puts people to work. disproportionately puts construction workers to work who need jobs. So it's a great opportunity to get a twofer. Improve our schools, which is great for our students, which will make them more better educated and more competitive in this global marketplace, and it immediately puts people to work. So $30 billion is in the President's budget to do just that.
Thank you.